Gaming companies are losing hearts left and right. Let's start with Roblox. Shares sliding after reporting a decline in users and overall spending on the platform, and one of the biggest gaming conferences of the year, the Electronic Entertainment Expo, or E3, coming to what many called a lackluster close yesterday. Sony and EA, two heavyweights in the space, not even attending the conference this year. The trouble began with a faulty app for the virtual event. It was plagued with bugs and rated around 1.5 stars on Google's App Store. Then came two of the biggest game announcements of the month, just not at the conference, with EA revealing the much-anticipated Battlefield 2042 on its own time, and Bandai Namco releasing early clips of George R. R. Martin's Elden Ring at Summer Game Fest. That's a competing conference. Now, across the 4 days of gaming, companies like Microsoft, Take-Two, and others tried to woo gamers and investors alike, but they did face some mixed results. Ubisoft and Square Enix going all in on games featuring characters from films such as Avatar and the Avengers, but users weren't all too impressed, and viewers hoping for a new Grand Theft Auto release from Take-Two, they were left disappointed. The big winner was Microsoft's cloud ambitions, showing off a host of new games slated exclusively for its gaming streaming service. That's a space that Amazon and Google have tried and failed to capture. So with so many announcements but not much hype, is the pandemic's gaming boom coming to an end? John?
Well, let's bring in CNBC.com Steve Kovacs for more on that. Steve, games sell platforms, and in a year where we're not getting new consoles, we got those last year, what does this disappointing E3 mean? I mean, especially since we've got chip shortages and some of these consoles you can't get even if you want to.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Even if you wanted to buy a PS5 or an Xbox, good luck going to Best Buy or wherever and getting one right now. And as far as these marquee titles, you know, there's titles that we look forward to in the holiday season that really drives those console sales and the game sales for these developers we're talking about. We didn't get that. No Grand Theft Auto, the new Zelda game that Nintendo has been teasing for a couple years now isn't going to come out until 2022. If I had to bet, maybe 23. And we're really just kind of stuck here. Microsoft, like we said earlier, had the greatest announcement, but that was even before E3, and that was all about cloud gaming. That's more about the future. Right now in 21, gaming looks pretty boring.
Steve, what do you make of the move that Sony didn't even show up for this conference? And does that sort of push the mainstreaming of gaming further out into the future?
Yeah, I think so because, first of all, Sony had nothing to say. They've already delayed one of their major games, God of War, which was supposed to be a marquee title to drive PS5 sales. That's not happening this year. It may not even happen next year. And there's another game called Horizon Zero Dawn, which is still technically expected this year, but don't be surprised if they delay that as well. And at the same time, who cares? You can't even buy a PlayStation 5. So there's almost nothing to talk about.